Welcome to Study Loop.
Question number 8 deals with the creation of a hovercraft that is built solely by a wire that has some current I going through it in Earth's magnetic field B. Now, the wire is straight and has a 1 mm diameter, and we're supposing that it's just floating horizontally in the air because of the force that opposes the magnetic field of the Earth. So we want to find what current would this require. And then we are to decide if it's a feasible current. So to get started, first we know that we are going to try to basically we want to set the force of gravity equal to the force from the magnetic field so that they cancel each other out. And we know the force from gravity with a simple mg equal to our force from the magnetic field here. And since we only are given a diameter of the copper wire, we have to use the density of copper times the volume of that wire to figure out what the force is from the magnetic field, and also what the mass is. So we get the relation that ILB is equal to the density of copper times pi and 1/2 the diameter, so the radius squared. So pi r squared, then multiplied by the length, and finally gravitational constant g. Luckily, the lengths cancel out on both sides, and so it only depends on the diameter. So we get an expression for, this should be a 2. My apologies since I wrote r. We get the expression for the current as rho pi d squared times 9.8 meters per second squared all over 4b. And we can start plugging things in here. I'm not going to write everything down because most of it's given, but I will say the density for copper is 8.9 times 10 to the 3 kilograms per meter cubed. All right, so plug all of that in, and you get that the current would need to be 1,400 amps to our significant figure limit. And, right away we can say that is a huge number. And so the question is asking, does this seem feasible? And unless you know of a good superconductor source that happens to be copper, I would say no, because since this is such a thin wire, the resist of heating from such a high current is going to almost instantly melt the wire, and thus our hovercraft will fall to the ground. So probably not a feasible hovercraft.